Let's be completely honest with each other for a second. How many times have you looked at someone successful, someone whose face graces billboards, magazine covers, and global news outlets, and thought to yourself, must be nice? We look at these icons and automatically assume they were born under a lucky star. We think their lives are smooth, uninterrupted red carpets where pain, doubt, and paralyzing anxiety simply do not exist. We romanticize their triumphs while completely ignoring the invisible wreckage left behind in the dark. But what is the actual truth? The absolute, unfiltered reality is that unbreakable people are not the ones who never fall down. They are the ones who hit the ground with such crushing force that it shatters their entire worldview. Yet they still manage to crawl back up, wipe the dirt and blood off their knees, and stare down the horizon with a terrifying, unyielding resolve. Today, we are going to dive deep into the life of a woman the entire world knows as one of Hollywood's most stunning, successful, and elite superstars, Angelina Jolie. But behind the glamorous posters, the awards, and the blinding flashes of the paparazzi lies a harrowing tale of deep psychological scars, suffocating mental warfare, and a forged-in-fire resilience that almost no one talks about. A story that is going to fundamentally rewire how you look at your own pain, your own failures, and your own life. So stay with me until the very final second, because by the time this video ends, you are walking away with a raw, battle-tested blueprint for true inner strength. To truly understand how a diamond is formed, you have to look at the crushing, unbearable pressure of the earth that creates it. Angelina's journey didn't start on a stage of applause, it started in the ruins of a broken home. Born into a famous acting family, to the outside observer, she had everything. But behind closed doors, it was a battlefield of emotional neglect, instability, and a profound sense of isolation. Her parents separated when she was just an infant, leaving her to navigate the hypersensitive years of childhood and adolescence in the lingering shadow of a fractured family dynamic. Think about your own life for a moment. When life deals you a bad hand, what is your immediate default reaction? Do you fold your arms, start complaining, and ask the universe, why me? Why did I have to be born into these conditions? Why didn't I get the supportive parents, the financial safety net, or the easy path? We have this deeply ingrained human habit of turning our past wounds into a comfortable, self-pitying prison. We wrap ourselves in our trauma like a warm blanket and use it as an excuse to stay stuck. But the very first psychological lesson Angelina's early years teach us is brutal yet liberating. Your childhood trauma, your family dysfunction, and your early disadvantages are not your fault, but staying a victim to them is 100% your choice. You can either let your past completely destroy your potential, or you can take the jagged pieces of your broken history and use them as rocket fuel to launch yourself into an unstoppable future. The choice is yours, and nobody is coming to make it for you. As the calendar pages turned and she stepped into her youth, the darkness didn't recede, it swallowed her whole. We are talking about severe clinical depression, heavy substance experimentation, a profound sense of existential rootlessness, and moments of such paralyzing inner turmoil that she openly admitted to playing games with death just to feel something real. She was walking through a psychological labyrinth where every turn led deeper into the void. This brings us to a massive, uncomfortable question that every single one of us needs to ask ourselves. When you hit absolute rock bottom, when the bills are piling up, your relationships are collapsing, your mental health is hanging by a thread, and you feel utterly and completely alone, how do you pull yourself out of a grave you dug with your own hands? The answer is terrifyingly simple yet life-changing: complete, radical ownership. For the longest time, we wait for a savior. We sit around waiting for a partner to fix us, a boss to validate us, a miraculous windfall to save us, or a therapist to wave a magic wand over our messy lives. But the harsh, sobering truth is that no one is coming to save you. Cavalry is not on the way. Until you look at your own reflection, grab your own knees, and drag yourself out of the mud, you will stay right where you are. Angelina reached a point in her darkest days where she realized that the monsters chasing her weren't hiding under her bed, they were living inside her own mind. The exact moment she stopped pointing fingers, stopped playing the blame game, and looked her own demons dead in the eye, the entire paradigm shifted. That is the exact psychological skill you are missing in your daily life. When panic, anxiety, or failure attacks you, do you run away, numb yourself, or distract yourself? Stop running. Sit down in an empty room, Face the discomfort, and let it burn you until you are immune to it. Real power does not belong to the person who avoids the storm. It belongs to the person who learns how to stand still inside the hurricane. Now, let's fast forward. Imagine you finally break through your inner demons. You climb the mountain. You conquer your industry. You win the highest awards. You amass a fortune, and your name becomes a household word across the globe. You are rich, famous, beautiful, and universally desired. Any normal person would sit back, pop a bottle of champagne, and lock the gates of their mansion to enjoy the luxury. But life had a much deeper, more humbling lesson waiting for Angelina. This is where I need to drop a truth bomb on you that most motivational speakers are too afraid to say. Success, money, fame, and external achievements are not painkillers. They cannot and will not cure a bleeding soul. At the absolute peak of her Hollywood career, when she had everything society told her she needed to be happy, Angelina did something that shocked the entertainment world. She walked away from the red carpets, packed her bags, and walked straight into active war zones, refugee camps, and desolate slums where hunger, disease, and pure despair were the daily menu. Why would a global superstar willingly throw herself into literal hell on earth? This is where lesson number 2 hits you like a freight train. When your entire universe revolves strictly around you, your ego, your problems, your bank account, and your personal comfort, your soul slowly shrinks, withers, and rots from the inside out. Self-obsession is a slow poison. But the moment you take your messy, complicated pain and use it as a bridge to understand, uplift, and heal the pain of others*, a seismic shift happens inside your consciousness. When you look into the eyes of a refugee who has lost everything, family, home, country, yet is still fighting to take another breath, your petty daily complaints suddenly look microscopic. Service to others is the ultimate antidote to self-pity. Angelina watched people with empty hands and broken bodies smile through the ashes, and in doing so, she found a bulletproof resilience that no acting class, no therapy session, and no self-help book could ever teach. Shifting your focus from me to humanity builds a spine of steel. Let's pause right here, because I know what your brain is whispering to you right now. You are probably thinking, well, it's easy to stay strong when you have resources, when you are famous, when you are uniquely talented. But let me hit you with an unexpected plot twist that shatters that excuse completely. Life does not care who you are. It will test your physical vessel just as brutally as your mind. Years later, Angelina faced a series of staggering medical crises, terrifying health diagnostics, and brutal, life-altering preventative surgeries that could have easily broken the spirit of any human being on Earth. Think about what it means for a woman whose identity was partially tied to global beauty standards to face radical physical changes to save her own life. Most people would fall apart, hide from the world, and let bitterness consume them. But she didn't blink. She turned her personal medical vulnerability into a global educational campaign, empowering millions of women worldwide to take control of their health without shame or fear. Here is the massive mindset shift you need to internalize today. Your physical body, your career, your bank account, and even your relationships are fragile. They can break, change, or disappear overnight. If your entire sense of self-worth is anchored to external stability, you are living on sinking sand. Real strength is the ability to adapt when your physical reality is ripped away from under you. Your body might fail you, circumstances might mutate, and your plans might turn to ash, but your raw human agency, the power to decide who you are going to be in the face of devastation, is something that no disease, no failure, and no enemy can ever strip from you. So let's bring this all home. Let's look at your actual, real-world routine starting tomorrow morning. How many times this past month have you thrown your hands up in despair over a minor professional setback, a failed project, a broken relationship, or a delayed paycheck? How many times have you convinced yourself that you are too weak, too broken, or too disadvantaged to achieve what you truly want out of this short life? Angelina Jolie's entire existence is a living, breathing rejection of that weakness. She taught us that true power is not the absence of pain, it is the absolute mastery over what you do with that pain. She showed us that a broken past is not a life sentence, it is a rigorous training ground. She proved that when you stop centering your life around your own ego and start dedicating your energy to a higher purpose, your problems lose their grip on your throat. You are not defined by the worst things that have ever happened to you. You are not the sum of your failures, your awkward rejections, or your darkest nights of the soul. You are entirely defined by the ruthless, uncompromising decisions you make after the storm hits. The next time life tries to knock you off your feet, do not curl up in a ball and ask why. Stand straight up, look the chaos right in the eyes, and whisper to yourself, is that all you've got? Try harder. If this video managed to strike a nerve deep inside your chest, if it woke up a fire that you thought was extinguished, do not just scroll away. Drop a comment below right now telling me what obstacle you are going to conquer this week. Share this video with a friend or a family member who is currently drowning in their own struggles and desperately needs to hear this message. And make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because we are just getting started on this journey to rebuild your mind from the ground up. I will see you in the next one. Stay strong.